Y'all get ready?
Yes, you get ready.
If you want the latest news in the streets, join us and tune in for the tea. Breaking news with integrity. So tell your friends and your family. It's the Lovelyti TV show, bringing you good tea and good vibes. It's the Lovelyti TV show. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe.
We gotta talk about this Sweetie drama, honey. They said Sweetie is out here on some hoe shit. But let's talk about the Offset Sweetie interview. Offset's been a chatty patty lately. He's doing a lot of interviews. He spoke to Keke Palmer yesterday. He was on Tamron Hall, I believe. No, I think he spoke to Keke Palmer the day before yesterday. He was on Tamron Hall yesterday, walking through the tunnel, dancing and stuff. So he was on that. So he's doing a lot of talking. I think he's promoting his album or something like that. Again, it's funny that Cardi B dropped her album and Offset is, running to catch that wave as well. So let's go ahead and watch this here. I think Keke should be good. We shouldn't be getting any copyrights from Keke. Let me go ahead and fix this real quick. We're on this browser. Okay, so this is his interview with Keke Palmer here. And shout out to Keke. She's been doing her thing. She looks so pretty here.
You and Sweetie?
No, man.
Was there truth to you and Sweetie?
No, man. It was a rumor, man. And I feel like it was something deeper than that for the split of me and bro. It was something deeper than that. You know what I mean? It was something deeper than that. I don't really want to touch on, but it's something deeper than that. I think that was just like a thing that was a bug that I heard. I think people was trying to tear my situation down in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
And
you think there were business people that were plotting on you both?
For sure.
Yeah, and they were creating you guys, stopping you guys from being strong so that y'all couldn't go together against that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then, because I would
Sounds
be seeing
capitalism.
I would be seeing headlines we men, so we don't play those games. We don't even know how to do that. And so it was just like, that was a weird thing though. That was kind of crazy.
I mean, the lengths that people go in our industry to enmesh themselves in your personal life to get certain outcomes in business.
Okay, so you heard him. He said that he did not mess with Sweetie and that him and Quavo's situation was deeper. I do believe that their situation was deeper, right? I do believe that, there was a lot of jealousy there as well. Because remember, Quavo was the Beyonce of the group. Quavo, before Offset got with Cardi B, everything was Quavo, Quavo, Quavo. And then when Offset and Cardi B started dating, that really caused Offset's star power to rise. Because people want to know, who is this guy that Cardi B's with? And Cardi B was doing so good then. And, her album was blowing up and just all that stuff. So then he started surpassing Quavo. And I feel like there was, tension and possibly some jealousy. And I do feel like, the label, QC and them, they definitely played a hand in that because initially, the Migos, the three amigos, they were together. They were going to sue for their money and, money that they were owed. And then all of a sudden that fell apart. But with that being said, that don't mean that he didn't smash Sweetie. That doesn't mean that, there wasn't something going on. So then he also went on to do this interview. We're going to watch this really quick. I'm not sure who this lady is. Forgive me. I've never seen her before.
You said that you would never get married again. Hold on. So when it comes to your next relationship, what are you looking for?
Stop it. Hold on. Let me pause this. Okay, there we go. So he did an interview recently because I guess he does have an album coming out. And he's talking about why he never wants to get married again. So I wanted to play this because I thought this was interesting.
I know you said that you would never get married again. So when it comes to your next relationship, what are you looking for?
Support. Just support me.
What scares you about marriage?
What scares me about marriage is like who I am.
Okay.
So it's like no privacy. And the no privacy creates conflict within the marriage and with on the people on the outside looking around.
Objection. So he's upset because there's no privacy. No privacy creates conflict. The reason why you want privacy is because you want to cheat in peace. Like, let's keep it real. It's not about the privacy. You want to be able to make your moves, cheat, you know what I'm saying, stick and bust a move in peace. But because you're a high profile person, dating a high profile person, you didn't have the privacy that you wanted. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it was. Like, let's stop playing games. You want the privacy and the respect to cheat in private.
Around, like, the opinions.
Yeah, and I feel like you're going to have that regardless. Your
That's
life is under a microscope.
Exactly. So it's like...
What advice could you give to any other man any other artist in the industry who is dating, but also trying to, you know, uphold that limelight as well?
Good luck. You know what I mean? Good luck. I'll stay head on. I feel like the best way to do it is have a relationship is private. If I could go back, private, man. That's
Private.
true. Yeah, especially the stars. You gotta be private, bro. So y'all boys be private and good luck.
Not the way he looked at the camera. The whole face just says guilty. Okay, just guilty. Look at that look. You could just tell. Be private and good luck. You know, it's like he's acting like marriage is just like the worst thing. It's such a chore. It's not a chore. It's really not that hard if you're doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? If you're being faithful and you're following your vows and communicating, it's not, you know, it shouldn't be that damn hard, especially once you get to a certain age and you know what you want. It's a lot harder when you're younger, but no, what it is, he wants to cheat in peace. So now let's go ahead. There's some tea coming out about Sweatie, honey. They said Sweatie out here on some goofy shit. They're accusing her of owing folks money and sleeping with married folks. So there's a lady, her name is Mayback May. Let me see if we can find a picture of Mayback May. I want to say she's either Ethiopian or Somalian. Oh, Ethiopian. Okay. So this is Mayback May, honey. Let me go ahead and bring y'all to her page, child. Let's pull it up on this one. All right. So this is Mayback May, Ethiopian princess. Okay. Mayback May gives me vibes that she likes to travel, you know, first class. Okay. Private jets. You know, looks like she's selling something, honey. Oh, let's hear her talk. Too much noise. I can't stand background noise. Okay. All right, let's see some more. Okay, pretty lady. Of course, gotta show she got an ass. Me standing on business. Okay. All right, child. Let's see. I want y'all to get an idea of this May lady. Oh, okay. Got a nice, you know, a lot of cars to choose from. Oh. What are we doing for a living that we're just around all this luxury? Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. Oh, here she is. All right, with Devin Haney in the ring. Oh, okay. She knows a lot of famous people. All right. Oh, even holding, you know, title weight belts. Okay. Making sure to show her ass. Okay. All right, girl. Let's see some more pictures. Okay, pretty girl. This is my first time on her page. More private jets. Oh, okay. All right. Balenciagas with the socks. Y'all be living the life, bitch. Okay. All right. Okay. Nice little penthouse. Interesting. All right. So this is a lady here. She's blasting Sweetie. Okay. No, she's not AI. She's a real person. She says Sweetie owes her some money. Okay. Let's go ahead and check this out here. So she's saying, Sweetie accused of avoiding debts and using Jadon Sancho for his money. Okay. So all of this drama is on Twitter. Let's see here. So Mayback May is spilling Sweetie's tea. Let's try and resize this. We want to be able to read everything. We want all this tea that Mayback May is spilling on Sweetie. Okay. So Mayback May is saying, hey, at Sweetie, I see you playing internet games on Beyonce's internet, child. Let me know how you want to play this. I'm either going to receive my money from you or I can start addressing some of them rumors with at TMZ. We spent almost a month in Africa. You should know I wasn't going to let you play me out some money. When? Winky face emoji. And I don't know what Sweetie's doing in this picture. Looks like she's in a car. I don't know if she's about to bite into a sandwich or, give some head. I don't know. I'm just, mouth is open, head is down. It's a strange picture. Seen a lot of pretty pictures of Sweetie. This is, her hair is kind of wild. What was she doing in the car? I don't know. It's an interesting picture. Okay. See what else she wrote. Then she goes on to say, bring this down here. She says, I tried to be nice. Nice don't get you nowhere. Kissy face emoji. Huh. Okay. Then she says, let's see here. I want to make sure y'all are getting all this tea. She says, cocaine, witchcraft, and liquor is one hell of a mix. Send me my bread, homewrecker, at Sweetie. So now she's accusing Sweetie of being a cokehead, dabbling in witchcraft and liquor. It sounds like these rap girls have a lot of, there's a dark side to the rap industry. I talked about this in my mermaid video. I hate the fact that this chair keeps squeaking. It's hitting the table. I talked about this in my mermaid video. Remember when, if you guys have not watched my mermaid deep dive, watch it. I talked about how Kodak Black was sacrificing money, was paying money to the mermaids. He was throwing hundreds into the sea. Nikki talked about witchcraft being done on her and ganja burn. Cardi B has talked about witchcraft being done on her. And now we have this lady, Mayback May, saying that Sweetie dabbles in witchcraft. Okay? So now she's showing some text messages. So let's get into this tea. So she says, my messages to you are blue. Oh, now they back. What you doing or where you at? I don't know. WYD. We should do a big bear trip with good friends. Group co-ed. Oh my gosh, it's so nice here. Not even that cold. It's 2 hours from LA. Then the person replies back. They say at the studio. Girl, all my friends are out of state. This is all back in March. Then they say, when bitches run it up on Jadon, how much they doing in a weekend? Then Mayback May says, Sancho, after you done paying and getting tattoos of a hoe you barely know, run me my money. She hates her career, so you came right on time, like the trick you are. I just want what y'all owe me. So she's talking about the dude that Sweetie's currently with. So this is him. She's hugging him here. And this person says, They want Sancho to lower his wages with Sweetie on his roster. Please be serious. This person says you thought you was getting 100K per week, pay raise, and then Sweetie asking for her third Birkin bag this week. It's a Wednesday. She goes on to write, I'll tell y'all a joke, but I ain't never told... She says, I'll tell a joke, but I ain't never told no lie. I sent you to Dubai because you never balled before. I was depressed. Hold on, because you never balled before and was depressed looking for a happy life. Took you to London. Babes took you to Nigeria. Booked you on an Australian tour. I helped this girl so much, only for her to play with my money at the end. I'm just missing my money from London. Pay up, cokehead, for I start naming the rest of the husbands you was playing with. Now clock that T. She said husbands. Sounds like she may have some confirmation on Offset and Sweetie. Now, what's very interesting to me is that I think about a week ago we were talking about Sweetie. She was crying about, pretty privilege affecting her and her not being able to sell her albums because she's so pretty and people not really supporting her. So it sounds like Sweetie is doing some strange things for some change. Now, if you guys watch my Dubai deep dive, I've done a lot of deep dives over the years, and one of them was the Dubai one. A lot of these girls are high-end prostitutes. They are going to Dubai. They're participating in potty rituals and getting money from rich Arabs. And because of said pretty privilege, it looks like that's also helped Sweetie enter into this world. This girl, Mayback May, sounds like a madam. Let me keep that all the way real. From what I see on her Instagram page, it sounds like she's out here pimping hoes. See, a lot of people tend to think that in the industry, it's men. It's the males that are pimping out the girls. But a lot of these women are basically the black and urban version of Ghislaine Maxwell. She's saying, you owe me money for things in Dubai. I took you to Nigeria. You owe me money from the trip to London. Sweetie's not popping. This broad sold 200K of her last album. Now she gets bags, as far as endorsement deals. But what is she on a world tour doing? Last time I checked, Nicki Minaj is doing world tours. Cardi B is doing tours. Taylor Swift. I've never heard Sweetie's name involved in any type of world tour. Might be mistaken, but I don't recall. And especially right now, she hasn't dropped anything. So what is she doing in Nigeria and Dubai and London? Especially when the money's not money and times are hard. I'm not saying she's broke, but it's not like the money is moneying in the rap industry. And that was a very strange picture that the May lady put up of her. So is Sweetie out here doing some strange things for some change? The lady's already accusing her of sleeping with people's husbands. Remember, wasn't that her in the hotel room with little baby? And little baby was in a relationship at the time with somebody? Remember, people were matching the jeans that little baby had on to the guy that Sweetie was taking a secret picture of, and people were saying it wasn't Quavo? Where there's smoke, there's fire. And it's very interesting that her name keeps getting brought up in conversations of being the other woman, being a side chick, sleeping with husbands. And now this girl is out here potentially spilling her tea. So, again, y'all, we look at these Instagram pages and we get enamored by the private jets and the, red carpet events and the pretty ballroom gowns. But you don't know what these influencers are doing for their money. A lot of folks are out here doing a lot of strange things for some change. Private jets are not cheap. And this lady's just on private jets. Doing what? Hell, first class isn't cheap. Can we talk about first class? Shit, first class is not cheap. And y'all are riding on private jets? On PJs? We know what the baddies are allegedly doing to get on their PJs. Allegedly. So is Sweetie doing the same thing? Because old girl's saying, you better run me my money before I bring them receipts to TMZ. She sounds like she's not playing. She sounds like she's about that life. So, yeah, very interesting. Her bio says she's an entrepreneur. Everybody who's selling coochie is an entrepreneur. Like I've said, back in the day, the whole stro was, Main Street USA. Then it went from the whole stro to back pages and Craigslist, and now it's Instagram. Now it's TikTok. Now it's the new whole stroll is in the DMs. So it's going to be interesting to see if Sweetie responds to this or to see what happens. Yeah, there was a lot of people, they're saying it was rumors, but a lot of people were saying that back then Sweetie was messing with little baby. Let me find the picture. She's had this reputation for a while. Again, we keep receipts here. Here goes the picture. Let me zoom in here. Who remembers this? Remember, she posted a picture of her sitting on somebody's lap. Little baby had on the same outfit in the Chanel store. Even the shoes, down to the shoes. So, I don't know. People said it was, Quavo, but folks said no, that was Baby. And at the time, Baby was in a relationship. I'm just reporting the news. So, they're saying she's out. It just sounds to me, from what I'm able to read in between the lines, and the tea that I'm getting from what the Mayback lady is saying, I'm just getting, madam who didn't get her coins. That's what I'm getting from that whole conversation. Because again, what world tour is Sweetie on? She was just crying about how nobody's buying her albums and, she's not respected because she's so pretty and all this other stuff. Her whole personality is pretty. So when your whole personality is pretty, I wouldn't be shocked if that's what she's having to do, is to not only sell prettiness to people, but other things as well, unfortunately. So we'll see if she ends up responding to this later.
Want the latest news in the streets? Join us and tune in for the tea. Breaking news with integrity. So tell your friends and your family. It's the Lovelyti TV show, bringing you good tea and good vibes. It's the Lovelyti TV show. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe.